I am Dave Yates, and we're going to turn our attention now to the NFL. We're going to turn our attention to Cleveland and Duff. We're going to turn our attention to Mr. Kareem Hunt.
Okay.
Signed by the Browns.
All right, so let's put aside everything about the crime and how that affects people, what they're thinking about. Let's just look at it from a strictly football point of view right now. I've been trying to figure out for the last couple of days what the benefit is for the Cleveland Browns to make this move, and I can't figure it out. You sign him to a one-year deal, but he's on the commissioner's exempt list. If he gets removed from that, he's still going to face a suspension of up to 6 games because of what happened. So there's a chance he doesn't play for you at all in the 1 year, right? And it's not like you get the year back after he's unsuspended. So then let's say he gets off it and you face a 6-game suspension. That's more than a third of your season that he's gone. Not only that, the incident in question that's on video that led to these circumstances happened in Cleveland. So you're bringing him back to the epicenter of where this went down. And are you sure from a football standpoint that he's a legitimate talent? Or what he was able to do was because of the team that was around him. Because let's be real, after he stopped playing for Kansas City, they were a coin flip away from playing in the Super Bowl. I look at it like this. Just when you think the Browns finally have their heads on straight and they know what they're doing, they go out and do something like this because Cleveland is a city that is very, very easy to get in trouble in. And you can ask 10 athletes over the last decade that have been run out of that town how bad it can be. Why would you take this risk?
I blame the commissioner, of course. We talk about it all the time. I don't think these players should be eligible to go on another roster. I think it should almost freeze at that point. Put them on the commissioner's list and then save teams from their own idiocy. Don't put him out there that he's eligible. Go through the process. First of all, what is with the NFL? All this investigation, sometimes what's it going to take? Years to come to a conclusion? Look at McCoy.
Yeah.
I mean, how long does this take? This is an organization with unlimited resources to go out and find out. Get to the bottom of what happened. If you're going to punish him. And then, basically, I would say, put him in a spot where, okay, so the Chiefs release him. At that point, he's subject to waivers, right? But you freeze him. You put him on the commissioner's list. When all is said and done, I say then he's off the commissioner's list and you resume with where you were at the waiver point then. So wherever teams were with their record at the point he was put on the commissioner's list, that's the waiver wire. So it's almost like you freeze it in time. What you've done is allow Cleveland to do something that I guess it could end up being a great football move, right? This could all get pushed aside and he ends up being a great player for him. But from a public relations standpoint and from, again, he hasn't gone through this entire process yet. We don't know what ended up happening.
Just when you think Cleveland was starting to put it together, they go and do this, and it doesn't make any sense at all.
But you know what? There's people around the NFL that won't say it publicly. They're like, oh, that's a smart move by Cleveland.
Okay.
Because because they know the way the league is. Yep. They know the way fans are.
Okay.
If the guy's on the field, I'm not saying I don't want him on my team, but I'm not running the Cleveland Browns, and it could end up being football-wise, a good move for them.
So we talked about this on the break room earlier this week, and I had said, listen, I was relieved when I saw he signed with the Browns because there were words, whispers that maybe he shows up in Buffalo, and I'm sick of having to compromise my ethics to cheer for someone, right? Like I don't, that knee-jerk reaction of throwing my hands in the air and, oh my God, we scored a touchdown, and then, oh, it's him. How do I feel about this? And even further, we get phone calls from, guys listening to the show saying, well, if you win, everybody forgets. And that's true to a point. But if you lose, it makes that decision you made 1,000 times worse because not only are you not being successful, you've compromised your ethics to do it. And there are people that care about ethics that buy season tickets and jerseys and pennants and mugs and things like that.
Schools will take a chance on a young guy because they want to help him out and make him a better kid. He happens to be 6'10" and can run the floor.
Would you
right?
Jerry Tarkanian now? Is that what you're doing?
Exactly.